Hey guys, what's up? This is Inventor Boy 16. I'm going to be doing a review on this Black & Decker 400 watt power inverter. Now, the thing is with this, guys, I know it looks beat up and trashed. That's because I actually got it from the trash. So here's the story behind it. At my school, we have chores that we do, and every week we trade off chores, and this week it was my turn to be on trash duty. So every time I really love being on trash duty because we live by our school is by a warehouse, and then they throw out a bunch of stuff, and every now and then I find good things there, and I take them home, seeing that people throw them out. Nobody wants them. So what I did find is this Black & Decker 400 watt power inverter. I'll show you the 400 watt on here. 400 watts, 3.48 amps. So this thing is a pretty nice little inverter. If you were to get this thing brand new from stock, of course it would have the Black & Decker logo there, and it would have like, I don't know what it would say on these lights, but it would probably have stickers around these lights saying power, and then the faults, and then I don't know what this one last light here is, but it does something. And then it has a USB port with cover. Let me show you guys. USB, 5 volt. Cover it back up. USB port's kind of a pain to cover, but oh well. And then you have the 2 outlets. 115 volt AC receptacles. So now you guys are probably wondering, does this thing function, saying I got it out of the trash? And yes, it does. It actually does function. So, I had to, do some cleaning work on it. I had to clean out some of the mud on it, and I had to, in case, if you guys are wondering, and if you're familiar with this model, they normally have, outlet protectors, but those were ripped off, so I took out the pieces that were there and there, but it still works just fine. But if you were to get this thing brand new, it would have outlet protectors. So I'm going to hook it up, guys, and actually show you how it works. And it is a very decent unit, very small and very robust, from what I know. Pretty solid construction. And then, of course, you have the feet, which are like mounting screws. I really have no idea. But it's pretty dang useful. I like it. Adding it to my collection of inverters. So, how about we give this thing a demonstration test? So, if you do get this unit, you'll get it in a kit with 2 gator clips, positive and negative, of course. And then you'll get the car adapter. But all these gator clips in this car connector, these are mine from my other inverters, saying that this thing didn't have any when I got it. Well, it had a car connector, but it was like trashed, so I gave it to my friend. So I will give you guys a demonstration of this thing working. Get it, a stinking clamp on the terminal. So if we push the power button, it's not like a traditional power like switch that you would flip. It's a button. I don't know if you heard that little rev, but that's the fan in the rear, which is a very high-powered, I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's a very high-powered 0.16 amp 1 square inch cooling fan for this thing. It's pretty powerful. But let's test this thing out. So I'm going to shut it down. Yeah, it takes a little while to shut down, but it's pretty efficient. And I'm running my little light here that I'm using off of my generator that's over there. You can't see it, but oh well. I'm going to unplug this, and I'm going to plug it into the inverter, and the lights will come back on, because I'll show you that this thing does work. So, bear with me for a second. I can get it in there. Come on, get in there. There. Got it. Alright. So watch what happens when I turn this unit back on. You'll see the lights illuminate. But first I'm going to turn off my main light so you can see the little light illuminate. See? You got that green light that tells you the power's on, and I'm going to flip on the light. And you notice when I flip on the light, the cooling fan comes on. And this is a feature I really like about this, is because it protects the unit no matter what. If it's running, or if you're using any power, it runs the fan. The fan's pretty powerful. It blows a lot of air. If you can hear it, it's pretty noisy, but this thing I would probably use for a light, I would probably use for industrial purposes, seeing it's so strong and robust and well built for outdoor use and stuff. But it is a very good unit. Runs quite long, and it's a 400 watt. I don't know if it has a surge on it, but my Power Bright has a 800 watt surge. This thing, I do not know what the surge is on it. But it comes on, and it goes on powerfully. It goes on with quite a lot of power. So I'm going to shut this down, and you'll notice the fan goes off if there's no power being drawn. So it shuts it down. And then once the power goes back on, it turns back on. So this little unit is very nice. It's a very well built, I would have to say. Very well built. You know, this one has a lot of scratching, a lot of, it has some rust on the screws and stuff, but I like it. It works really well. I'm going to keep it and use it for things like for my motor scooters or other things, but it works really well. So you can hear it pumping away. It works really well. And if you guys don't, and if I'll show you guys that it can power more than just a stinking little light, I'm going to let's see, what can I use to have it power? Oh, sorry guys, I really don't have anything really nice for it to power, but it can power quite a lot. It can power almost as much as my 400 watt Power Bright inverter, but I don't know. But it is really nice, and what happens if you overload it or something, which this is going to be like an example of what happens if you overload it. It'll beep, and then, well, if you overload it, it won't beep. It'll just immediately go yellow. The light on this here will go yellow, and then it'll cut off power. But if I take off the switch, the clamp, it'll go yellow, and it'll show you. See? It's yellow, and it stays on yellow. But I have to reset it, and the power comes right back on. So it's a pretty decent little system. Runs really quietly. Well, not really quietly, but it's pretty powerful, guys. I'm not gonna lie. It's a very powerful little system. You know, it's a very decent little guy. It works really well. I don't know the efficiency of this thing, but I think it's about up to 90% efficiency. But it works really well, guys. I'm not gonna lie to you. It works really well. The only thing that would kind of be a nuisance is that fan. If you're trying to use this for like a house, if you're gonna sleep in a house or whatever, it would be very annoying having to listen to this thing. So you might want to run a power strip out from your garage and hook it up to that, or I don't know. But it is loud, guys. It is kind of loud, but the fan ensures that this thing will not burn up. And it has a thermal protector as well, as what seeing how I've seen the reviews and stuff. It has a thermal protector. So yeah, but anyway, I hope you guys enjoy. Shut this stupid thing off. Whatever. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and I will see you guys later in my next videos, and I'll do a load test on this thing if and when I get the time to. So yeah, but I'll see you guys later. Stay cool, YouTube. Bye.